Hi everybody. This is going to be a lecture on digestion. But I first wanted to say, really I wanted to apologize to you guys for the exam. I know that some of you were upset that you had to take it face to face. But I wanted to say that, when we decided to do this last week, you guys were all for taking it outside. And in fact, when I made the assignment, even when I gave it on the first Tuesday, we were still allowed to meet face to face in office hours. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew that the assignment was made with the intention of just trying to make it easier for you, and that I did not mean to cause you guys any alarm or problems with that. But once we made that decision, it was pretty hard to go back on it. I can't just make up an exam easily in Canvas. You have to enter the questions one at a time. And I had already made up the exam. Some people had already taken it. So it was a problem there, and I just apologize. None of the future exams will be like that. They will be online or take home or something along those lines. So just so you know. Anyway, so about digestion, I want to make sure that you know with these lectures what you should be doing is listening to me, but also taking notes on each of these body systems. So on each of these body systems, you want to make sure that you know what the main areas of the system are. You want to make sure that you know kind of the general flow of materials through the system, what is happening at each of the locations along the organ system. In other words, what organs are associated with it, what accessory organs are associated with it, why is that happening. And then also, just the purpose of the system, maybe the evolutionary relationship of the system. In other words, we're doing, of course, us human systems, but we are mammals, and we have looked at, for example, digestion all the way through organisms, starting at periphery all the way through the chordates. So we want to kind of look at that progression. And then also make sure that you know the purpose of the system, etc. So I will reiterate that on on an announcement so that you have kind of a list of things that you should do. But I believe that's on the back of your outline for exam 4. There should be a study guide, which is not really a study guide, but it is a list of things that you should know about each of the systems. All right, so having said that, let's start on digestion. So digestion in animals, of course, we are heterotrophs, and we're heterotrophs by absorption. There's different types of organisms. Of course, you probably remember from Core 1 in the teeth lab, going over herbivore, omnivore, carnivore. But no matter what you are, you're still ingesting food from the outside. So remember, herbivore eats plants, omnivores eats kind of anything, plants and animals, and carnivores eat meat. And so, regardless, you are taking in food and you're breaking it down. Ultimately, you're making glucose that is going to be in your blood, and that is going to be passed around to your cells, and your cells are going to be taking up glucose. So it's kind of about, digestion is about sort of the glucose amount in your bloodstream and what your cells are taking up. The other thing is nutrients of different types. So we will talk about what those things are. So let's stop for a sec.